Bill Drummond and Jimmy Colty. KLF seized the pop landscape in 1991 and became one of the biggest selling acts in the world that year. But they soon became labelled as pop saboteurs. In February of '92, they finished a Brits performance by firing machine gun blanks into the auditorium at the audience, and they dumped a dead sheep at a record label party. Then came the 23rd of August 1994, the day the KLF set fire to £1 million. The cash in £50 notes was deliberately set on fire in a disused boat yard on a remote Scottish island. It apparently took over 2 hours for all that cash to burn. And why would you do it? No one, including the band, has ever given a complete explanation, but on Tuesday this week, as you might have heard of Colin Patterson on this programme, 23 years after the burning, the members of KLF came together in an event in Liverpool that they described as a hearing into the burning of that £1 million. I think it's still ongoing. John Higgs is the biographer of the band, the author of...
John Higgs, everyone! John the Catalyst!
John joins us now. We'll come to the recent stuff in a minute, but I'm conscious that there'll be people listening who won't remember. Okay, so I did a bit of a potty history in the intro, but just explain the impact and the splash they made over what felt to me like a short kind of 4 or 5 year period.
Yeah, it was. I mean, as you say, they were the biggest selling singles band in the entire world in 1991. They were massive. They had #1 singles, not just in Britain, but everywhere. They won the Best Band Award at the Brits. Just a couple of years ago, the Times newspaper called them the second best band of all time after the Beatles. That's the Times who said that. They were just amazing. They decided to walk away. They split up. They deleted their entire back catalogue, which must have cost them estimates of at least £5 million in
yeah, because you can't, I mean, if you go on Spotify or one of those services and type KLF in, you can only get hold of one of their songs if it's made it onto a compilation album that still exists.
And that tends to be a compilation from before when they split up. They essentially tried to remove themselves from musical history. They went to the extent that they would take their Brit Award for Best Band and bury it in a field near Stonehenge, and then a farmer dug it up and sent it back, so they had to go back and bury it deeper. You know, they basically did everything they could do to be forgotten, you know, which is unheard of in the industry.
So as their biographer, did you get to interview them at any stage?
No, I made a point of not speaking to them at all, which is not a technique I'd advise for any other band. But it was very, very clear.
Or any other biographer.
Yeah, but a lot of people spoken to them, interviewed them, asked them, why did you burn £1 million? And nothing. We should do this again. Came of it. You know, there was no insight.
So the burning of the £1 million, that's obviously the thing, but as you were pointing out before, you seem to do everything in their power to get fame and notoriety, and then once they got it, everything in their power to remove it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean,
so are they just brilliant marketeers, people?
I think
What do I owe you?
everything they do, they try and make it meaningful to themselves, as artists as much as musicians. And that leads to things like the things that have been happening in Liverpool these past few days, which in theory is supposed to be a book launch, but it's just spiraled out of this sort of wild, insane carnival.
So it's a 3-day event in Liverpool. I was sent a link to it on Twitter because someone thought I might want to buy tickets to it, forgetting that I work in the evening. And I clicked on, and the ticket prices were a lot of money. There were only about, how many tickets?
400.
Right.
They sold out in 17 minutes.
Yeah. How much were they, do you remember?
Yeah, it's £100.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of money, but then again, people were paying 150 quid to see Bros play. And I 30 euros to see Bros.
That's why I love
John. Not as good a time as the people in Liverpool are having.
So what's happening over 3 days? Is it just 3 evenings?
No, it's entire days. I mean, yesterday was about the money burning,
right,
because it overshadows everything.
Yeah.
I think they had to sort of deal with their past.
So what came out of that?
Well, they had a hearing to find out why they burnt £1 million, because as I say, they do not have an answer. They cannot explain it, and they had a panel of artists and economists and art historians and an audience of 400 people who then voted for what was the reason, and there is now an official reason why they burnt £1 million, and it came from Annabella Porrin, who is an art historian. She was talking about a group in England in the 1920s called the Kibbo Kift. These were
I love John Higgs.
They were socialists. They were sort of sun worshippers. They were very keen on a good walkout. They would dress up in crazy costumes and do all these weird sort of rituals. They were called the Green Shirts. If you can sort of imagine good Nazis, if you imagine Nazis who really wanted to they wanted to be sort of healthy and well and have a really good time, but they were really sort of driven and committed to it. And it's a similar time to the scouting movement. They sort of came after the First World War. They were trying to be virile and sort of healthy and things like that. And Bella Pollard made this argument that there was a direct link from the Kibbo Kift to the behaviour of Bill Drummond and Jimmy Courty. And so the official answer to why did the KLF burn £1 million is because they are a continuation of the tradition of the Kibbo Kift, which obviously makes no sense at all, because the Kibbo Kift didn't go around burning money in any way, shape or form.
So it wasn't a work of art.
There's a lot of people view it in those terms. And they very deliberately didn't burn the money in an art gallery where it would have been seen as definitely a work of art. They cleared off, to the Isle of Jura, to an abandoned boathouse, just to sort of go and do it by themselves. But art comes up a lot when people try and get their heads around it,
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I mean, it just seems a bit... It feels to me like the KLF followed in the footsteps of the Sex Pistols, really. In that kind of...
Yeah, I mean...
They're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
In that the tunes were good. You've got to have a good product. The tunes were good.
Good singles.
But the marketing was supreme.
Yeah, I mean, they would hate to be seen in those things. They're often described as